Please rise for the playing of the national anthem. Please remain standing.
Good evening. Congratulations to the Towanda High School class of 2020. In many ways, we may have thought that we would not be here this evening. We thank the high school administration and the school board for making this evening's graduation ceremony happen. We also thank you, graduates, parents, family, and friends for being here on this gorgeous evening for this graduation ceremony. As we begin, let us bow our heads and open our hearts. Gracious Lord, this evening we are especially mindful that we are always in your presence and that you always beckon us to be the very best that we can be. At this moment, we pause to ask you to send your Spirit upon each of these graduates that are assembled here. As we and they celebrate what has been completed and accomplished, grace them with steadfast courage as they move into new responsibilities of adulthood, and strengthen them to become all you have created them to be. As they bask in their achievements, help them to think outside of their own private world, to be men and women who are respectful, caring, prayerful, determined, generous. Individuals concerned about others and the common good as much as of themselves. As they receive their diplomas this evening, help them to continue to appreciate and be thankful for what you have provided to them. In the personal talents and gifts you have endowed in them, in the generosity of the residents of Towanda, in the efforts and sacrifices of their parents, teachers, and counselors, and in the support of family and friends. As they move forward to another phase in their lives, give them the wisdom to enhance their strengths to recognize and overcome any weaknesses, and to be a part of the solution to the challenges that they will encounter. Gracious Lord, all gathered here this evening are extremely happy for these graduates, their parents, for the administrators and teachers of the Towanda school system, for the residents of the Towanda community. But most importantly, Lord, we are happy that you grace us with your presence, not only here this evening, but each day of our lives. Amen.
As we all started this school year, we imagined a typical senior year, a year that would end with a senior skip day, a class prank, a senior cruise, and many more fun traditions. However, it is now ending with plenty of Clorox, face masks, and online classes. On behalf of the class of 2020, I would like to thank the Towanda staff for continuing to support each of us as we struggle through these times. Our teachers and principal have been a great support system by reassuring us all we will get through this together and not alone. I would also like to thank our parents and guardians for raising strong, kind, and intelligent students, and also for dealing with us all in quarantine. As Stephen Hawking said, intelligence is the ability to adapt to change. This year, we have required intelligence as we adapted to the changes of doing everything from home. As a class, we have endured many changes in and outside of school. These changes have given us all the ability to adapt and overcome the obstacles life may throw at us. Because of this, our class has an amazing quality we will continue to use our whole lives. Although our senior year may not have been the perfect year many of us had imagined, we have made the best of it. Some of us may have been counting down the days until we could graduate, but now we would do anything to have one more class with our favorite teacher, one more prom, one more lunch, just one more day of high school. Now as we move on to the next stage of our lives, we can forever cherish the moments we did have in school and be more appreciative of our day-to-day lives. Although the next few months may be filled with the unknown, it is certain that we will all be successful in whatever path we choose. So thank you to everyone who has been here for us the past 12 years, and most importantly, thank you to my classmates for making high school so memorable.
Hello and thank you for joining the class of 2020 in celebration as we finish writing our final chapter at Towanda Junior Senior High School. Today is a day that I've envisioned for as long as I can remember. I've spent my entire adolescence looking up to the teenagers on Disney Channel, awaiting for the day when I too would be able to hang out with my friends at football games, drive a car, and finally graduate. Unfortunately, I've finally come to the conclusion that high school is nothing the way it's portrayed in movies. Much to my dismay, there are no random outbreaks of perfectly choreographed dance routines that take place in our cafeteria. Nor are there couples that fall in love when an obviously beautiful but somehow overlooked girl drops her papers all over the high school hallway. Coincidentally, at the exact same time, the high school's idolized but terribly misunderstood football star walks by. Yeah, high school doesn't exactly work that way. Worst of all, usually the movie's cut out after graduation. So now, after all these years of following the path of young, adventurous childhood stars as they try to guide their way through high school, I have to follow my own path. We've been told to choose a career based on what we love, but we've simultaneously been pushed to adopt an occupation that's the most profitable or the most successful. We may have even tricked ourselves into believing that a higher salary will substitute for happiness. But success is defined as accomplishing your purpose and not anyone else's. There is no clear path to success because success is subjective, nor will a specific university or degree make you more worthy than another. Don't choose your path based on what is expected of you, and never let materialistic articles overshadow your true purpose. Although high school may not have been like a typical teen movie, this year alone has come close to a perfect replication of a dystopian disaster film. My only hope is that this pandemic will serve as a reminder that nothing in life should be taken for granted, and to make the most of your abilities and opportunities while you still have the chance. After all, we are a strong class, and nothing about us screams conventional. Thanks.
I'd like to start by saying thank you to all of the faculty, students, and staff for the experiences I've had at Towanda Junior Senior High School. Hopefully this serves as a meaningful event for all the seniors' families and friends. High school, college, the military, the workforce. It's the journey that teaches us about our destination. Looking back on our journey, we started as freshmen. That year, Tom Brady's Patriots made the largest comeback in Super Bowl history, and we learned that there's liquid water on Mars. Kagan got stuck in an elevator during band. During that summer, we experienced the huge solar eclipse. The next year, we saw the devastation of Hurricane Harvey. The Nintendo Switch was released, and we had that snowstorm in March that closed school for 3 days. During our junior year, Despacito broke records, and Kagan increased his obsession with The Flash. It's come to our senior year, and it has been a roller coaster ride. I, for one, wanted to celebrate this occasion with Django, but he saw the sunny skies of California. We had possibly our last high school dance at homecoming. We had a successful senior play after a rocky start. Our girls' soccer team exceeded expectations at districts, and the Towanda train got back onto the tracks. The train needs maintenance now, but life will get back to normal. In this transition, into the next part of our lives, we are rightfully scared for the unknown. I'm not experienced enough to give my fellow classmates advice for the future because I have yet to go through it myself. Rudyard Kipling was a wise man when he wrote his poem, If, and I like to paraphrase some of it. If we can stay calm and keep a good mindset, if we can trust ourselves when everyone doubts us while also taking constructive criticism, if we can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being hated and not hating on someone else, if we can dream and be willing to change our dreams, if we can succeed and fail and learn from both, then we have learned from life. We went through trials and tribulations and thrived. This is important because in these uncertain times, it's true that we can either stay stagnant and regress or push forward and make progress. I ask everyone to put aside their worries and judgments because nobody's going about their life perfectly right now. We should maintain the balance of focusing on today and focusing on the future. Think, what can I do now to make it easier on my future self? In the past, that was submitting assignments on time, getting to bed by midnight or 1 a.m. at the latest, and staying active. If you've made it here today, congratulations. Remember the good moments, whether it be a vacation, an accomplishment, or performance. To move forward, we must remember where we come from. Remember this. If you think you can or you can't, you're right. Henry Ford. The wise Aristotle said, "You are what you repeatedly do. Therefore, excellence ought to be a habit, not an act." John Wooden coached basketball for UCLA, winning 10 championships in 12 years. The reason he coached wasn't to win, but to impact students. With all those championships, guess what he was doing in the middle of the week? Going into the closet, taking a broom, and sweeping the gym floor. If you want to make an impact, find your broom. Wisdom will come to you in the unlikeliest of sources, mostly through failure. When you hit rock bottom, remember this. While you're struggling, rock bottom can also be a great foundation. It's not important that you succeed, it's important that you experience failure and learn from it. After that, it's the impact that you bring to the world that matters. Lastly, I ask you all to follow your dreams and do what makes you happy, not anyone else. Strive to be the best person you can be, respecting those who respect you. Make an impact and enjoy the journey. Congratulations, class of 2020.
At the age of 6, we are taught how to steer a bike. At the age of 16, we are taught how to steer a car. And at the age of 18, we are asked to steer our lives. Thankfully, we all have a GPS for life, manifested by our goals and ambitions. Whether they be dream careers or starting families, we all have an idea of where we are heading. But most of us get blinded by these pseudo-destinations. Goals and ambitions are important for giving us a direction. However, we often forget that our life doesn't abide by the route we have entered. Rather, life is a road filled with potholes, speed bumps, and road work that forces us to take detours. These detours may seem like roadblocks to those waiting for the GPS to recalculate, but those who look up and embrace the skewed direction are able to discover roads never explored before. These explorations may lead to the destination you already have set before you, but along the way, you get to experience sights not on your original map. Some sights come in the form of new relationships, new interests, and new philosophies. But some sights aren't always as pleasant. When these obstacles occur in the form of disappointment, failure, or adversity, you are again asked to deviate from the original route. Do you view it as another detour, stealing time from your goal? Or do you view it as an opportunity to grow? The obstacles in life are inevitable, difficult, and often never pictured on our GPS. However, they are what help us appreciate the passengers in our car and discover new things about ourselves, including if our original route contains our true destination. The destination we have doesn't have to be where we end up. This is a terrifying concept. The concept that our plans now may be leading us away from our goals later on. But it's scarier to never deviate and get stuck on a road that leaves us too drained to enjoy the destination. The journey, not the destination, is what we will spend most of our time on. So find the journey that makes every mile memorable. Deviations from the route you have pictured isn't a waste of time or the end of the world. Is it scary? Definitely. Will there be roadblocks? Absolutely. Will you feel more fulfilled at the end? Guaranteed. When we got on our bike at 6, we fell a few times before getting back on. When we drove the car at 16, we missed a few turns before learning the way. Life is no different. We are bound to make mistakes, lose passion, or face obstacles. But it's up to us whether we look up and enjoy the journey or get stuck waiting for our GPS to recalculate.
Did somebody say Blues Brothers?
I'd like to start off by saying thank you to all the family, friends, and faculty members who have supported us throughout our lives and are here on this day that sets us on our path of life, that one that we always remember. I've been given the opportunity to speak about my experience at the Northern Tier Career Center. Starting at the NTCC was a whole new experience to us coming into our junior year. We were all used to sitting at desks with papers and books. It was a whole new way of hands-on learnings that we were introduced to causing us to adjust in ways that will now define who we are. We had to find new ways to talk to people since there were kids from other schools and teachers who taught differently. The experience was much like school, only much more active in a way that intrigued me to keep learning more. Adapting to new situations is a way of life and a matter of change that everyone goes through multiple times throughout a lifetime. Being able to change and adapt as well as step outside of an area that you are comfortable with is necessary in making oneself the best they can possibly be. The Northern Tier Career Center does an amazing job at making students expand their knowledge by opening up their minds and ways of thinking. The NTCC supports their students in every way they possibly can, and they care about their students even well after graduation. I know that without their support and help from many of those who work there, I would not be where I am today. I definitely would not be going to college in the fall if it wasn't for everything they have done for me. I do believe I can speak for most of us by saying choosing to be a part of their program was one of the best choices ever made. I'll never forget all the job sites, bus rides, and fun times I've had with everyone. Thank you to all of you that have believed in me, supported me, and made memories with me. And for the boys, I'd like to give a special thanks because you guys have always been there for me, and you guys have always kept me to do my best. Always remember, white wall, blue sinks.
Hello and good evening to everyone that could attend today's ceremony. I did not expect that one day I would give a speech for graduation, but life has a way of getting to all of us. Some may see it as walking into a glass door, and others may see it as an unwanted call to adventure. I did not expect to join FBLA or even acknowledge its existence until our valedictorian and my best friend told me it is something I should give a shot. FBLA has helped me open my eyes to the world of business in ways I did not know existed, such as the importance of soft and social skills, the need for long and short-term plans, and the connections one makes when you're just willing to say hi. But the one thing that FBLA strives upon is its traditions. How one must look the part to be a businessman or woman, how the bottom button on your suit jacket must be unbuttoned, how to present and give a speech, and with a bunch of little rules that put it not far behind the amount of laws in chemistry. But at the end of the day, there is not much we are doing in our lives that is currently traditional. The world is changing, and it is time we change with it, to find ways to innovate in times of crisis and relief. The world needs something that is untraditional, that turns pollutants into materials, electric more affordable than gas, and landfills into mines. It is time we look at our traditions and see if it is really benefiting us anymore. No good journey was ever an easy one, and our path is certainly not traditional. We are not traditional. My journey has far been from a solo one, and I am grateful for the people who have helped me in mine. For starters, I would like to thank my coaches for showing me what commitment and grit will bring into somebody's life. Thank you to Coach Harris for turning an arrogant 7th grader into a respectful man. Thank you to the faculty in the office for my generosity and help. Thank you to the guidance office for my daily questions about college. Thank you, teachers, for putting up with my shenanigans and my corny jokes. Thank you to Mr. Gannon for allowing me to apprentice under you. Finally, thank you to my friends who have always had my back, been a part of my crazy antics, and continuously pushed me forward. Now let us all go be untraditional and drive away in our cars into the sunset and change the world.
The year 2020. What an exceptional year to graduate. These are my thoughts now, and these were my thoughts almost 18 years ago when I had my youngest son and knew that he too would be graduating in the year 2020. I thought then, what a neat, unique year to graduate, one that people would remember for years to come. I imagine people asking him, wow, you're a 2020 graduate? I reflect about how often those double-digit numbers come together. Of course, that only happens every 100 years. And of course, that is an exceptional time to graduate. Of course, how could I have known then, as we do now, how truly unique of a year it would be? As I sat down to write this speech for such an exceptional group of kids, I decided to sit and think about all the words I could use to describe this graduating class of 2020. The class that will stand out like none other because of the challenges that they have overcome. Perseverance. What other graduating class can say that they have had more perseverance than them? To have their classes switch from in-person to online in a matter of days in the last months of their senior year. While many of them are taking AP courses, dual enrollment courses, finishing certificate programs at NTCC, yet they persevered. They gave it their all and they never gave up. Patience. While we and the teachers were transferring to a form of learning that we were not yet truly accustomed to, all of you showed us great patience, honesty. When there were things that we needed to improve on, things that we may have truly fallen on our face with, all of you were truly honest with us. You gave us feedback, and that made us better, and for that, we are truly appreciative. Integrity. Even without your teachers by your side, you did what was right, you worked hard, even though no one was watching. Doing what is right when no one is looking is called integrity, and you demonstrated that immensely. Optimism. Amongst the sometimes pessimistic views of the world that have gone on for the last 12 weeks, your optimism and positive attitudes remained. You voiced that optimism, and your school, community, and the world heard you, and we hope you continue to spread your optimism. Responsibility. Many of you experienced difficulties in your home from the loss of the income of a parent or increasing bills at home, and you demonstrated how you could shoulder some of that responsibility. Many of you went out and joined the workforce yourself, some of you for the first time, and you still continue to be a successful student. There are adults who struggle to do that. This just proves how you have become responsible young adults. Determination. It's amazing to see the amount of determination this class has demonstrated. From students venturing out and living on their own, others joining the military, and still others preparing for college in the fall and the world of the unknown, each demonstrating an unwavering determination to succeed. Their determination was amazing. Consideration. Even though much of the spring of your senior year was so much different than it should have been, it could have been so easy to have a negative attitude. You were thinking of other people on how they felt through all of this. You were checking in on others to see how they were doing. You put others' needs first. Courage. In the last few months, there have been a lot of unknowns. You have had the courage to make decisions about your future, not knowing what the future would look like. Many of you have had the courage to work outside of your home for the first time. You have shown how truly courageous you are, and how truly courageous you are as you succeeded in the face of adversity. Gratefulness. Instead of complaining about the ceremonies that you haven't been able to have, you've been grateful for the celebrations and ceremonies that have been planned for you. You have been truly thankful to those who have given their time and planned countless celebrations and sent messages or conducted home visits. You, class of 2020, have become a true testament in perseverance. You have brought out the true good in all of us and have showed us the true meaning of determination. Through all of what you have gone through your senior year, you have continued to be grateful through truly being tested, and yet you did not quit. You kept going. You are exactly what the world needs today, people who do not quit when the going gets tough. You will always be known as the class of adversity, the class who didn't quit, the class who made it through so many difficulties. We need you, class of 2020. The world needs you. And now more than ever, I'm confident that you are up to that challenge. Congratulations, class of 2020. We are so pleased that we are able to celebrate with all of you tonight. And now, Mr. Peachy, as the principal of Towanda Junior Senior High School, I certify that this class has met all the requirements of the state of Pennsylvania and the Towanda Board of Education. It is with great pleasure that I present to you the class of 2020.
Good evening. First, I'd like to thank all the speakers tonight. Those speeches were absolutely incredible this evening. And the musical selections, especially Mr. Warner and Mr. Fink and the band. There might have been a slight hint for the Blues Brothers song coming from somewhere. That is one of the best songs at a football game that they play. It's my pleasure to stand before you as the superintendent of Towanda Area School District. I would like to offer the class of 2020 my sincere congratulations on their achievement this evening. As you know, my two favorite colors are black and orange. But recently, there's another color that I've become particularly fond of: green. No, it's not really a Wyalusing or a Wellsboro type of green, but rather a shade of green that has provided the opportunity for us to be here this evening. I am thrilled that this wonderful group of students is able to graduate in this beautiful setting. What a ride it's been for the class of 2020. I'm sure if I had hair, it would be even grayer through all of this. I was never so glad to have a group of seniors return safely from Disney. You literally shut that place down. In all seriousness, I am thrilled that you were able to spend that time together as a class. Who would have thought that you would return from Zooming on rides in Florida to Zooming your classes at home? Class of 2020, I'll leave you with some advice. If this situation has taught us anything, it is to never take things for granted and to appreciate the little things in life. Appreciate living in this quiet, picturesque town away from the issues that impact larger areas. Appreciate being taught new things in person from a teacher, professor, or supervisor where you can discuss and ask questions. Appreciate performing athletically, musically, and dramatically with a group of teammates. Appreciate socializing and visiting with friends without worrying about the distance between you. Appreciate eating in as opposed to ordering to go. And last but not least, appreciate being able to get a roll of toilet paper anytime you want. Class of 2020, and family members. Most of all, I appreciate you through all of this. Your patience, understanding, and perseverance through this situation has been extraordinary. I wish you the best as you move forward with your lives. If there was ever a group that deserves the best, it is all of you. Dr. McKittrick, as the superintendent of Towanda Area School District, I certify that this class has met all the requirements of the state of Pennsylvania and the Towanda Board of Education. It is my pleasure to present the class of 2020.
Noah David Poe. Noah is recipient of the President's Education Award, the USMC Scholastic Excellence Award, the Lesko Financial Services Future Business Leaders of America Award, the Dr. Charles Manley Rockman Award, the Global Tungsten and Powders Corporation Math and Science Award, Outstanding Student Award, the Fred Watson Music Award, and the Robert L. Bennett Scholarship. Erica Jean Locke. Erica is a recipient of the President's Education Award, the Richard L. Carson Chemistry Award, the U.S. Air Force Math and Science Award, the Dr. Charles R. Wolf Memorial Scholarship, and the Joseph R. Every Scholarship. Madeline J. Risley. She's a recipient of the President's Education Award, the Senate of Pennsylvania Good Citizenship Award, the Marjorie S. Coolbaugh Award, the Francis P. Douglas Memorial Award, and the Epstein Family Scholarship. Emily Rose Carr. She's a recipient of the President's Education Award, the Towanda Lions Club Award, the Senate of Pennsylvania Good Citizenship Award, the DuPont Sciences Engineering and Mathematics Scholarship, the Towanda Music Boosters Award, and the Joseph R. Every Scholarship. Madigan Elizabeth Allen. She's a recipient of the President's Education Award, the USMC Distinguished Athlete Award, the Mr. and Mrs. John J. Moore Senior Award, and the Epstein Family Scholarship. Lucilia Renee Fink. She's a recipient of the President's Education Award, the Mr. and Mrs. John J. Moore Senior Award, the Towanda Music Department Esprit de Corps Award, the John Philip Sousa Band Award, the Dr. Diane McCarthy Place Education Scholarship, and the Florence Place Memorial Scholarship. Leanne Marie Cretel. She's a recipient of the President's Education Award, the DuPont Sciences, Engineering, and Mathematics Scholarship, the Global Tungsten and Powders Corporation Math and Science Award. Tanner J. E. Kunkel. Tanner's a recipient of the President's Education Award, the Northern Tier Career Center overall top senior in HVAC, the Towanda Area High School Scholarship, and the Robert L. Bennett Scholarship. Kagan Sire Stroop. Kagan's recipient of the President's Education Award, the Felix Mike Mickus Scholarship, and the DuPont Sciences, Engineering, and Mathematics Scholarship. Shaylin M. Carl. She's a recipient of the President's Education Award, the Michelle Geiger Memorial Scholarship. Johnny Lee Janae Abrams. She's a recipient of the President's Education Award, the Student Loan Association Scholarship, and the TAEA Scholarship. Lennon N. Ackley. Mason M. Ackley. Mason is a recipient of the Northern Tier Career Center dedication and commitment to the profession in auto body repair. Mika M. Adams. Mika is a recipient of the Art Department Award. Skylar Ridge Allen. Skylar is a recipient of the Baseball Sportsman Award. Jack Lee Baycorn. Wyatt Austin Barnett. Emma Elizabeth Bass. Jacob Bell. Marisha Bennett. Marisha is a recipient of the Towanda Teen House Award and the Making It Count Award. Emily Bell Blake. Tyra May Buckley. Coleman Malin Butler. Coleman's a recipient of the Towanda Music Department Esprit de Corps Award and the Marjorie C. Coolbaugh Award. Militia Marie Button. Bradley Starr Carey. Brianna M. Carlin. Brianna is the recipient of the President's Education Award. Hannah Love Chandler. Hannah is the recipient of the President's Education Award. Abdul Jabbar Cummings. Zoe E. Tchaikovsky. Zoe is the recipient of the President's Education Award and the Northern Tier Career Center overall top senior in cosmetology. Ben Marshall DeGudis. Ben is the recipient of the Spirit of Community Award. Alex R. Dahm. Alex is the recipient of the Betty Morris and Joey Herman Award and the Northern Tier Career Center Character Award in HVAC. Gracie Ann Dietrich. Gage Bradley Donovan. Victoria M. Doogie. Emily Elizabeth Dunn. Emily's recipient of the President's Education Award and the Saul and Florence Spitolnik Memorial Award. Courtney J. Dunn. Courtney is the recipient of the President's Education Award and the U.S. Army Reserve National Scholar Athlete Award. Tenley Nicole Ferris. Tenley is the recipient of the Lesko Financial Services Cooperative Education Award and the Muriel S. Robinson Browning Memorial Award. Haley Lynn Frisbee. Seneca Noel George. Cassandra Elizabeth Gordon. Evan Joseph Haggerty. Evan is the recipient of the Spirit of Community Award. Mackenzie Lynn Harmon. Derek Michael Harrington. Derek is a recipient of the President's Education Award, the DuPont Sciences, Engineering, and Mathematics Scholarship, the Barbara North Shaw Memorial Award, the Making It Count Award, and the Robert L. Bennett Scholarship. Alexis Renee Harris. She's a recipient of the President's Education Award. Jessica Ann Hartman. Tyler Scott Hawley. Tyler is a recipient of the U.S. Army Reserve National Scholar Athlete Award and the Jack McCarthy Golf Memorial Award. Aaron Richard Lockhart Hurlt. Andrew Hernandez Rodriguez. Raul Isaac Hernandez. Dalton J. Hinckley. Jordan D. Johnson. Hunter Stephen Johnson. Hunter is a recipient of the Troy Fine Arts Council Award, the USMC Semper Fidelis Award for Musical Excellence, and the Making It Count Award. Sophia R. Johnson. Sophia is a recipient of the Kelly Lederer Memorial Award and the Northern Tier Career Center Character Award in Diesel. Kelsey E. Lance. Kelsey's a recipient of the Alex Grassberg Award. Gabrielle Rhiannon Larkham. Eric Matthew Lauber. Eric is the recipient of the Northern Tier Career Center Character Award in Building Construction. Lance Richard Lines. Lance is a recipient of the President's Education Award, the Northern Tier Career Center Outstanding Senior in HVAC, the Northern Tier Career Center Eloise McNett Scholarship, the DuPont Sciences and Engineering and Mathematics Scholarship, and the McCarthy Family Scholarship. Taylor Nicole Marshall. Taylor is the recipient of the President's Education Award, the Art Department Award, and the Making It Count Award. Caden L. Martin. Shelby A. McKernan. Shelby's a recipient of the Northern Tier Career Center Outstanding Senior in Auto Body Repair. Giovanni Mignano, Jr. Maya Sarah Miller. Timothy C. Morrison. He's a recipient of the President's Education Award, the Spirit of Community Award, and the Robert L. Bennett Scholarship. Georgiana Faye Mosier. Georgie's a recipient of the President's Education Award. Isaac J. Nimmo. Giovanna LaShanta Noel. Janae Pearl Overpeck. She's a recipient of the President's Education Award and the Ryan Heddick Memorial Award. Samantha Mae Peterson. Morgan Faith Post. Brooke Ann Powell. Ryan L. Posey. Caleb Elijah Robinson. Jashir Jashawn Robinson. Katrina Jolene Roof. Katrina is a recipient of the President's Education Award, the Bradford County Regional Arts Council Arts Excellence Award, the Towanda Senior Citizens Club Scholarship, and the Shaw Brothers Award. McKaylee C. Rott. Maya A. Sarno. Maya is a recipient of the President's Education Award and the Winter Memorial Trust Award. Mara C. Sarno. She's a recipient of the President's Education Award, the Harold Q. Sherman Business Scholarship. Cody William Schmeckenbecker. Cody is recipient of the Northern Tier Career Center dedication and commitment to the profession in building construction. Heaven Lee Schofield. Reese Edward Schuster. Ashley Marie Slater. Raylyn P. Slater. Raylyn is the recipient of the Towanda American Legion Scholarship. Craig J. Smith. Natalie A. Stanton. Natalie is the recipient of the President's Education Award and the Spirit Community Award. Kathy Leanne May Steinrich. Nakia Rose Steinrich. Delana C. Sullivan. Dominic Matthew Tavani. Dominic's the recipient of the Music Excellence Award and the Dave McWilliams Mr. Mack Memorial Award. Blake E. Templeton. Blake is the recipient of the President's Education Award, the USMC Distinguished Athlete Award, the Jack Young Memorial Scholarship, and the Harold S. Williams Memorial Award. Layson Ray Terry. Layson is the recipient of the Betty Morris and Joey Herman Scholarship. Axel Guns Thetka. Christian Allen Tuttle. Maximiliano Vega, the recipient of the Towanda Music Boosters Award. Kiana A. Walker. Kiana is the recipient of the President's Education Award, the Art Department Award, and the Nayad Linta Fire Company's Scholarship. Tegan Elijah Willie. She's a recipient of the President's Education Award and the Art Department Award. Trevor A. Wills, recipient of the President's Education Award. Dominic R. Wood. Dominic's a recipient of the President's Education Award and the Northern Tier Career Center Outstanding Senior in Information Technology. Yashik Zalewski. And Elizabeth Marie Zhang. Ladies and gentlemen and alumni, I present to you the class of 2020.
Please rise for the playing of the alma mater.
Now, class of 2020, receive the benediction. The Lord travel before you. The Lord prepare a place for you. The Lord lead you to where you need to be. The Lord fill you with love for neighbor and self. The Lord grant you new life and peace. Amen.
Could everyone please remain in the stands? We're going to leave in a somewhat orderly fashion. Section 63 through 94, you are dismissed first.